What's going on, guys? It's Sean. Just week 4 here. Finished up the first month of the Brute bodybuilding. Wanted to kind of talk about it a little bit. A few things I wanted to focus on with this week's thoughts. Obviously, it's been a month. I weighed myself. I didn't get pictures this morning. It's been that kind of week. But I'm about a pound and a half down from where I started. But I look a lot better, obviously. If you saw last week's videos, my pictures, you can see the progression. This week, my wife actually said if I wanted to, I could almost go out jogging without a shirt on. There's a running joke there that until I have a six-pack, she doesn't want me out there because she doesn't want me looking like everybody else when they run. So I'm getting closer, obviously, in her eyes, which is always a good thing. One of the guys joked and said his wife told him to take out the trash that morning. So, have a little bit of fun on the boards. But this week was hard, not because it's 4 weeks, but because of life. Every night this week I've had 5 hours dedicated to my kids with some stuff we were doing. And so not only did I have the long days, working out with that, and then 5 hours at night. Humidity was kind of terrible this week. In Texas, it rained. It was about 100 degrees. Then I had humidity about 40 to 60%. Wednesday was our long day, long cardio day, about 40 minutes. And I bonked about 22 minutes into it. Just hit a wall. I couldn't hold on to my rower anymore. I got up, kind of jogged for about 10 minutes or so, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that. And then basically just 2 minutes row, 2 minutes run, 2 minutes row, 2 minutes run until I finished out my time. And it was just brutal. Helping my dad move some boxes and shed stuff outside again in this heat the next day. I just never really recovered. And I pushed through it. It was very mental, especially leg day. It was very, very mental. But Saturday rolled around, and it was again still busy. Got in my cardio, but I didn't really get beyond that. I just ran out of time. So this week was a great reminder that life's going to be there, and you just got to do what you can. They've got some good instructions for if you've got to cut your workout short. Here's kind of what you can cut out to make sure you get the core of what's essential and still see progression. Next week, I'm already ready. We're going into week 5. I've looked over it. It's going to be pretty brutal in some ways, especially the finisher to it. But I'm looking forward to it. We talk a lot about diet. You start getting dialed in. Again, we talked about some of the ideas of, my body's gotten used to eating good food, and then I eat my bad food. And I don't feel great when I eat my bad food for my cheat meals. And I feel great when I eat good. And so, it's good that we're seeing how much better we perform when we're eating good, clean food. On my hard carb days, when I get 320 grams of carbs, it doesn't have to all be junk. Sweet potatoes or some fruit. I love fruit that I can't have on my low carb days, where it's 38 grams of carbs only for greens. So, it really helps me to choose what kind of food I want to eat, what kind of food I don't want to eat. And see that I perform better when I'm eating good food, and it's helped me change my diet a lot. Family went out, had ice cream on a Friday night. It's a low carb day. They're like, "What are you gonna get?" I'm like, "Nothing. I'm fine." And I didn't miss it. It was really funny because I used to be like, "Oh, I gotta have this," but I really didn't care. Some of the stuff, again, I'm still going a little over on my protein, which isn't bad. Again, I'm not a huge my macros are off a little bit because I got 20 to 30 grams extra protein. I'm fine with that. Nobody really cares because you're going to use that. My fat, I probably need to increase that a little bit more, but just kind of hit the limit on my avocados and stuff like that. Green olives, I just kind of have to get a little bit more in there, and I know that. Overall, month, man, it's been hard to believe I've worked out 6 days a week and for 4 weeks straight. I haven't done that in a long time, but I feel great. My wife notices a difference. I notice a difference. And I think, again, program-wise, it's been phenomenal. Again, doing this without the Facebook group would be really hard. People say, is it worth the money? Yeah, because there's guys that are posting the pictures of what they're eating or what they're using for their supplements. They're sharing, hey, this is my struggle, how I make it through here. They encourage you when you post, issues or struggles. some of the exercise. I don't have that equipment. Here's some ideas on how to get something that'll work just like it. So I think it'd be really hard to do it without it. I think if you're one of those kind of people that can just spur yourself on and don't need anyone else, great. I'm not that guy. But overall, I'm excited to see where this continues. My wife's enjoying it. It sounds really bad when I say it that way. My kids are out there. My kids joined me this week. They really were excited to see me working out this much. And so they've been coming out in singles and pairs to work out with me, to do some stuff, whether it's rowing while I'm working out, or my sons did a small Metcon. My older two boys, 11 and 10-year-olds, they got some weights and they did some movements. Again, we've been working on technique, so they're squatting, more front squats or goblet squats, things like that to make sure they're maintaining good balance and good technique. Working on the cleans with them, things that we do. But just overall, again, man, great week, great month. I feel phenomenal. I look great. I get a lot of compliments. Not that I walk around topless, but just wearing the same shirts I've always wore. People are like, you losing weight? I can tell a difference. And so it's been kind of nice to be like, yeah, I've lost a little bit, but I've gained muscle. I've lost fat and I've gained muscle, which is always great, if you can do that. So signing off for week 4. If you guys got questions, again, post below. I'll answer them as quick as I can. Thanks.